G'day, Matthew Cutler Welsh here from Homestyle Green. Just come back from a bit of a wander around, running back home on my morning run, and came past a building site. Been watching this building site for probably a month or so now, and I thought this was just a great example of where things can go horribly wrong on a building site, unfortunately. Now, it's not all bad, but there's something wrong with this picture. And what that is it looks like the foundation slab here is going to be really well insulated because there's all this insulation, there's all this polystyrene here. But a couple of really important things to note about this polystyrene. One is it's mostly hollow. You can see in here that there are quite a few pockets, these big waffle pods of polystyrene, which is expanded polystyrene. It's full of these air voids, and those are probably too big to trap air in a reasonable way that's actually going to provide effective insulation. So they're not solid. This isn't a solid mass of polystyrene, and therefore it's not a solid mass of insulation. The second thing to note is that this is the entirety of the slab here, and what we see in the middle here is the ribs, and this will be concrete all the way down to the ground. So you will get some conduction, some heat loss through these ribs, but more importantly, there's no protection on the outside. So the slab here is going to get cold around the perimeter, around the edge of this house. And brands estimate that of the around about 10% of heat loss that you lose through the floor, around 80% of that actually goes through the edge here, and there's nothing there. It's whatever temperature it is on a cold winter's morning in the ambient air, down low to the ground, that's what the temperature of the edge of the slab will be, and that's going to suck heat out of the house. So it's great to have some polystyrene here, but really this polystyrene's acting as a filler. All it's doing is making it so that the slab doesn't need to be completely full of concrete, and there's nothing here that's actually protecting the edge of the slab. Just one other, I guess, third point on this. As I've watched this building site, these blocks have actually been sitting on the site uncovered for, I would say, 2, maybe 3 weeks, and in that time we have had some relatively heavy rain. Now, polystyrene is relatively weather resistant, but expanded polystyrene, that's the stuff with big bubbles, it can get water into it. So hopefully it'll dry out before they pour the concrete on, but yeah, it's not ideal. It does soak up a little bit of water, so it's kind of starting a little bit wet to start with. So anyway, that's some things to look out for if you're looking at preparing a slab. And if you want to find out more about a solution for this and a better way of doing it, then check out my podcast about edge slab insulation at homestylegreen.com/125. That's for episode 125 of the Homestyle Green podcast. Thanks very much. I'm Matthew Cutler Welsh. Now go make a better place to live.